Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Brooke if you're new here, and today we're going to be picking my August TBR. I can't believe this is going to be like the last TBR of the summer. I absolutely hate that. This month has been kind of a slow reading month for me, to be honest. I feel like it's because I read so much in June. I literally finished, I think, like 9 books in June, which is absolutely insane. Um, right? Yeah, June. And I've only finished like I think 2 or 3 this month. It's mainly because I went to the beach and I read like 3 books when I was at the beach. And I'm going on like 3 separate trips this month, all in the span of like a week. And I am going to the beach for like I think like 3 days. We're going to like Ocean City for a couple days. So I want to pick like extra books because I always tend to read more when I go on trips. I know that's kind of funny. So I think we're going to pick so I think I'm gonna have 9 books on this month's TBR just to give myself some variety, and also because I read so many in June, and I kind of want to read a lot this month because like when school starts, I'm not gonna be able to read that much. So I'm only going to pick 6 though, and I'm finally gonna go back to using my board because I've not picked um books from my board game, my TBR board game that I made since like May, which is crazy. So and I know I didn't post like a July TBR video, but I did post one on Shorts. But anyway, so I'm only picking 6 because there's actually 3 books that I like really want to read on my TBR right now. So starting off, I want to continue on with the Shatter Me series. So I want to definitely read Restore Me next, and then maybe I'll put like the next novella like on this because I read Ignite Me at the beginning of the month. I was on vacation, absolutely loved it, so I want to continue on, and maybe, like I said, I'll put the next novella on it. But and then I want to continue my Divergent reread. This is on this month's TBR, but if I don't finish this, then it's gonna go on my August TBR. But if I do end up getting to this book, because August is or July's almost over, it's the 27th, so I don't know if I'm gonna finish the book I'm currently reading. It depends like how much I like it, and I might be able to start it. But otherwise, I'm gonna put Allegiant on my August TBR. But otherwise, like I said, this one will be on my TBR. And then I want to read the next book of the off-campus series, which is The Goal, and then after that I only have one more book left. I also reread, as you guys know, I'm also doing like a Six of Crows reread, and I just finished rereading that book. That book took me a while to reread just because I didn't feel like reading. I was kind of in a slump, so like it's not because the book was bad, because I do love that book. So I'm taking a break from doing that reread and not putting it on my August TBR. So I'll probably put it on in September to finish that up because I want to read the novella. But those are my 3 books that I really want to read this month, and so we're going to pick the next 6 randomly. For books that I'm hoping for, I really want to get a thriller because I feel like that'll really help me get out of my reading slump, because like thrillers are really like fast. And I do have one Frida McFadden book currently on my physical TBR that I could pick for that. And maybe like slowly start to get into fall vibes. I'm also super okay of maybe starting a new series, maybe. It just depends because I'm not in the middle of that many series, and I just finished one. I think I finished the series in July, right? Yeah, or June, because I read One Golden Summer, which is the second book to Every Summer After, so I technically finished that, so, like, I could start another one if I really wanted to, or, like, obviously, like, I'm prioritizing my series, but yeah, that's enough yapping. Let's just pick some reads. Okay, so I watched back on my old May TBR video to figure out where we were, and we stopped on Had for a Long Time, I'm pretty sure, so we're going to just continue from there. Okay, so I got a 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, free pick. That's perfect. Okay, so first pick we got was a free pick, which is absolutely perfect. What do I want to use as my free pick? What's a book that I really want to read? I did say that I want a thriller, so maybe I'll go with this Frida McFadden book. My mom bought me this for National Book Day or whatever it was. And I actually have never seen this Frida McFadden book before, so I don't even know what it's about. So I'm going to read the back really quick. Influencer and baking sensation April Masterson knows the secret to the perfect gooey brownies, or how to make key lime squares that will melt in your mouth. But if you keep watching her offline, you may find out some other secrets about April. Secrets she'd rather you didn't know. Like, where did her son go when he snuck out late at night? What was she doing with the local soccer coach behind fogged windows? And what's buried in her backyard? April's secrets are enough to destroy her. I'll make sure of that. Okay, sounds interesting, and Freedom McFadden never lets me down and always gets me out of a slump. So I think I'm going to choose this as my free pick. Okay, pick number 2. Hopefully we have some good luck since that was such a good pick. Okay, 2. We have 1, 2. Pick a short book. Okay, I'm so down for that. Next one we got is short book, which is absolutely perfect. And I already know what book I'm going to pick for that as well. I think the shortest book I have is this little novella, which is Two Can Play by Ali Hazelwood. I bought this, like, kind of a long time ago. I bought it this year, so, like, not as long as some of the other books I have on here. But, this is definitely the shortest book I have, and I love Ali Hazelwood, and I'm excited to read this, so I'm definitely picking this one. Okay, pick number 3. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What does that even say? Oh, longest title. Okay, that one's kind of interesting. Okay, next pick is longest title. I gotta pick one, like, the longest title. So far I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The first to die at the end has 6 or 7. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I literally keep saying 6, 7. Okay, what about To All the Boys I Loved Before? To all the boys I've loved before. To all the boys I've loved before. Okay, that's also 7. Are those, like, the longest titles that I've had is 7? I think so. Okay, so do I want to pick the first to die at the end, or do I want to pick To All the Boys I Loved Before? So I wasn't going to continue the They Both Die at the End series, but I ended up finding this at Goodwill, and it's literally the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition, and it was only $1.99 or something, so I was like, oh, I should get this. And it's the prequel to They Both Die at the End, so let me read the description. Maybe I will pick this, because this is technically continuing a series, which is, like, important to me. And then, like, after this book, I feel like there's another book to this series. I can decide, like, if I want to read that. And To All the Boys is technically starting a new series, even though I do want to read that series. So I think I'm going to pick this one as my longest title one. Pick number 4. 2. Okay. 1, 2. Okay, longest series. Okay. So next one we got was longest series, which is perfect. So I think I'm going to add the next novella of Shatter Me, which I forget which one that is, but the book after Restore Me is a novella. So I think I'm also going to add that next, because I'm pretty sure that's my longest series I have on my TBR, because most of them are either trilogies or, like, 5 books, I think. Like Chestnut Springs is like 5. So I think that's the one I'm going to pick. Okay, pick number 5. 6. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, what does that say? A book with a 4-star plus rating. Okay, interesting. And then we got a book with a 4+ star rating, and I looked it up off camera, and I found that A Thousand Broken Pieces has a 4+ star rating, which is the second book to A Thousand Boy Kisses. I forgot what the title was at first. And I read that back in, like, February. Was the book kind of cringe? Yes. But was it entertaining, and did I enjoy it? Kind of. And this is technically a series, so I feel like I should more prioritize finishing the series I already started. So I thought, like, since it's 4+ stars. Also, I looked it up on Fable, so if you guys look it up on, like, a different app and it's, like, different, you guys are like, you're lying. Well, I looked it up on Fable, and it's 4+ stars on Fable. So this is a book that I'm going to pick. Okay, last pick. 1. A pink cover. Okay. Last but not certainly least, we got pink cover. Okay, so there's a couple that I could pick for this. We could go back to the roots and pick Flawless, because you know this always ends up on a TBR, but I never, ever, ever pick it to read. We could do Expiration Dates, which I think is more of, like, a summary book, so, like, maybe I'll pick this one. We could do Love and Other Words, but I feel like this book is giving very fall, so I don't know if I want to pick this one. And then I also have Death is Dead as well. So those are probably the books that I could choose from. I'm gonna go ahead and read each of the summaries and get a feel and see which one I want to read. I think I'm going to pick Expiration Dates, because I think I've had this on my TBR for like over a year now. I got it at Always for pretty cheap for $4.99. It's also like doesn't look like it's that long. Also, just based on the cover, it's kind of giving me summery vibes. So like I feel like I should read it to like wrap up summer, because I didn't really put like a summary book on the August TBR from like the ones that I picked. So I feel like this would be a good choice. Okay, so to wrap up this fine and dandy TBR pick, we're gonna go through do like a little recap of like the genres that we picked. So starting off like the book that I don't currently have, the Shattering Me novella, that's a dystopian. And then we also have Restore Me, which is also a dystopian. Then we have The Goal, which is a hockey romance. And then we have Insurgent or Allegiant, depending. That's also a dystopian. Also, can we talk about how this one is in so much better condition than Divergent? The Divergent copy that I have. I don't know what happened there, but anyways. And then we have Expiration Dates, which is a romance. Then we have 1,000 Broken Pieces, which is a romance, but I'm going to guess it's probably a sad romance, just based on the first one. And then the first to die at the end is probably also a sad romance. And then we have Two Can Play, which is also a romance. And then we have Want to Know a Secret, which is a thriller. So this is kind of a romance-heavy month, which I don't think is bad at all. Because I honestly feel like I haven't been reading that many romances, to be honest. I've more leaned towards like wanting to read like my fantasy books over like my romance books on my TBR. But I feel like this is like a really good lineup. Also, look at how like colorful this stack is. I love it. But yeah, so these are all the books on my August TBR. I probably won't read every single one, but this definitely gives me some variety to choose from. And you guys already know which ones I'm most excited for, which is definitely Restore Me, and probably gonna read the Frida McFadden book too. But yeah, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I might do another beach vlog in August whenever I go for a couple days, so stay tuned for that, and I will see you guys to pick my September TBR. And I can't believe I'll be back to school then, which is crazy. But yeah, love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!